Let's talk some ponies. What is going on, All Terrain Nation? That's right. Today we're going to talk about the 2025 Ford Mustang. And out of all the cars I've owned over the years, we had a 24 Mustang GT Premium last year. I regret selling this car. It had to be done for what we do. We buy and sell cars. We'll do long-term reviews with them, and they have to move on. But if I had garage space, this one here would have stuck with me because I think it's just the most fun you can have, especially at last year's prices, which were what I paid was $15 if I remember right. And I don't think I can build the same car even close this year for that price.
What? Oh no, how terrible. That's just awful.
But let's find out right now. But first, if you would smash that like button for me, and I've looked at my metrics, 80% of you have watched my videos, but you won't hit that little red button subscribe. So if you do that, I've got goals of hitting 15,000 subscribers next month. And with your help, I can do that. So if you would help me, I'd appreciate it. So let's get into this and let's bring up the Ford Mustang lineup. This is it. EcoBoost all the way down to Dark Horse. And I want to piss some people off right now. I think the Dark Horse is overrated. I think if it disappeared out of the Ford lineup, I don't think people would really complain about it too much. I don't hear many people talking like, oh my God, Dark Horse online. So, and the price you have to pay, $69,000, and you're still going to add money to that. No, thank you. Where I'm going to go for that kind of money is I'm going here to the premium fastback for $51,080. But guess what? It ain't going to stay that way for long. So we got some colors here. We're gonna have to choose one of these things, and we do have some new colors here. A couple that I'll talk about is this molten magenta metallic tricoat. Ford, could you give me a harder name to say online? Not a bad looking color. I don't feel like the digital rendering is really giving us a true idea what that color looks like. Kind of reminds me of the old ruby red stuff we used to see. The old white here, the Wimbledon white, but we're not going to get that because I'm not paying for $4,000 for a 60th anniversary. You got race red, which is always a classic on a Mustang. You've got the grabber blue, which has been a solid color for Mustang. Got some vapor blue metallic there, which I like quite a bit. A newcomer, intense lime yellow metallic. And as you can see, all these prices are been charging extra on this. We've got your shadow black, which that is a wicked looking car. Then you've got your Oxford white. Then we've got our iconic silver. And then to wrap it up, we've got carbonized gray. All of these colors are great on a Mustang. They all do. It's hard for me to want to choose on this, but I think if I got to choose, I think I'm going over here. I'm going to look at this vapor blue metallic. I think it's the way I'm going to package this thing out. I think it's going to look good. And I think it looks good right there. Leave it alone. Done. Ship it to me. I would be very, very happy, but I can't leave anything alone. So let's get into this. We can do stripes, all this stuff. I don't care to do any of that. All right. So powertrains, this is what you want the Mustang for. You want that big 5-liter Coyote engine in this thing and 480 horsepower in this thing. You add the active exhaust, you get like 6 more horsepower, but you're talking almost 500 horsepower. And I know if you get, you want the Dark Horse, yes, you can get it to 500, but I'm telling you, a couple of simple things and you can get it there anyway. Big engine needs a transmission, and I'm going to choose the 10-speed transmission in this thing, the automatic. And don't beat me up in the comments. I know where this is going. Dave, Mustang, got to have the manual 6-speed. If I track the car completely, yes, 100% I'd want this. But a car like this, the way I'm approaching it is I'm going to cruise around town. I don't want to do the shifties through every red light in my town. So I'm okay with the 10-speed transmission in this thing. And I'll be honest, when I had it in my previous version, I loved it. The paddle shifters work great. I still felt like I was engaging with the car. So if you were a 6-speed guy, try out the 10-speed just to see what you think about it. Now, we do have some rear axles in this thing, which will change. I'm going to do the 355, but it's going to change with the package I want. Now, the premium high group, what do we get with this? So you get some illuminated door scuff plates and stuff. I don't want any of that. Performance package right here. What do we get for that? So we're gonna get 19 by 9.5 wheels on this. We're gonna get the white logo brake calipers, which is nice. Are they our Brembos? You're gonna get the accent stitched center console there, electric hand operated parking brake, the drift brake as it were, the dark grille, the K bracing, performance stuff. So yes, I want to add that. I had it previously and I think it was well worth it. So let's go ahead and get that. As you can see, the price did go up though. We're already over what I paid for this car last year. I paid $57,000 for this car and we haven't changed really anything. Paint color was red, except for it was basically $300 for that paint color, or $500 if I remember right for that paint color. And I'm already overpriced that. So what do we want now? The night pony package, 100% I do want this. And I believe it was like $1,000 last year. Now it's $1,300. But I love the way it just attitudes up the car just ever so slightly. I like the way the lights, it blacks out the lights there. Just kind of gives it a little more menacing look. Of course, we're with the performance package, you're getting that big spoiler, which I liked. I like the way that looks on there. Getting the kind of blacked out roof on this. The wheels did change. I like these wheels quite a bit, except for the fact they were kind of a pain in the butt to wash. All the brake dust and stuff that gets on them. It's kind of made it a booger to wash. Now, remember, performance package, you are getting a summer tire, so just be aware of that. So here's the wheels that we picked right there. You can see they are painted black. And I honestly, I thought when I got this car last year, I would change the wheels out and had no desire to. I like the way it looked. Loved it. So we are getting the performance raised rear wing. The hood accent stripe delete was included. Remote start's going to be included. The drift brake there, you can see right there. The black with white logo calibers on there is going to, they used to have some color options there for that, but I guess they've done away with that. We're going to get the cross traffic or the universal garage door opener because this car would definitely need to be in there. Now, Magnum Ride, I'm for 1750. I'm not doing that. If I were going to buy the Dark Horse, then you get a lot of this stuff. But I don't want that kind of car. I want the look like this car, like a Mustang.
That's what she said.
And so I'm just bypassing all that. The car rode great without it. Performed great on when I threw it around the corners. I never worried about that. Something I do worry about though is the exhaust. I want the active exhaust. It does add about 6 more horsepower supposedly. And why I want that is because I love annoying my neighbors. I live in America, damn it. I want to annoy my neighbors when I started this car, and Kelly can attest. Every time I started this car, I kept the baffles open, and it was loud, and I loved every American minute of that. So, see there. Oh, listen to those ponies purr, man. Looks like we can get some painted grabber blue brake calibers there for $750 or red. I don't want any of that. I'm happy with the black. Do you want a vehicle cover? Probably not. I don't. Anyways, the full vehicle covers, they'll nickel and dime you here to death on packages. Now, interior, look at this car. Black with that blue already looks great, but we've got some options here. Let's see what this would look like. Space gray. Might be fun. I would worry about getting these seats sturdy, though, me personally. Definitely like the simulated bucket seats in the back does look cool. We've got this nice leather look here. That is really rad. If I had like a red or something car, I definitely would 100% do that. Speaking of red, you can see here, but no, it's going to try to put us in a package. I don't want that package. Or finally, what do we got here? Navy Pier? No, I do not want that. Don't change anything. But I'm going to leave it at black. The black onyx, I love it. I think it's just a great look for this car, and that it's already a dark looking car. I think it's going to look menacing. We can get some unique Recaros there, all the fun stuff if you want. I have no desire for that. We're getting a dual zone automatic climate control. You can see right there. We're getting a lot of cool options. 6-way power driver seat there, leather trim front seat. All the fun. Getting the foot pedals, the heated steering wheel, which was very, very nice on them cold days. Even though once the roads got up under 70 degrees with the street tires, you're sliding all over the place, especially if you get into it. Seat belts, like, look, they'll nickel and dime you, but there's nothing here that I want at all. We're getting Sync 4 on this, and fun thing about the interior of this car is how they give you the over-air updates, and you can get all the Fox body stuff or the classic Mustang looks. Now, for $1,000, do you want the Bang & Olufsen sound system? That's pretty tempting. It really is, and I feel like I had that in my last car, but I'm going to pass it for $1,000. We're already over budget. And speaking of budget, there it is. So let's look at what we got. $295 for that Vapor Blue Metallic, which is well worth it. No big upcharges here. You can see the packages. Some of the packages took care of that. Performance package definitely took care of adding some things I wanted. The Night Pony package, which was a big upcharge for $1,300. But we get a lot of cool things with them. Nice look to it. Active exhaust control there, which went up a lot this year, which bums me out. And that's it. So we started out at $51,080. Our options were $8,630. No accessories. Destination charge is $1,595 for a total MSRP of $61,305. $61,000, man. Yeah, there's inflation. Definitely inflation, and we're feeling it. But I paid $57,000 for pretty much the similar spec car last year. and we're now at that's ridiculous. I know a lot of you first year, they usually kind of keep things cheap. Second year, they put it where they actually want the prices. I still think the Mustang's a bargain, especially if you compare it to like C8 Corvettes and stuff. You can't touch the C8 really now for a nicely equipped one, 75 to $80,000. So you're still getting a lot of horsepower and nearly what the C8 has already. And I think, you've got places in the rear of this thing to put subhumans in the back if you need to. Little tiny people you can put back there if you want. You can't do that in the Corvette at all. So that's where we're at with the 25 Mustang. Let me know in the comments below. How would you spec it? What would you do different? EcoBoost, I want horsepower, so that doesn't really interest me. Dark Horse, once again, I just think is it's just too expensive, overrated for what it costs. And we're already at $60,000 for a Mustang. So in the comments below, let me know what you think. So whether it be 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive, or this badass Mustang, I don't know if I can afford to drive anymore. This is your All-Terrain Nation. I'm your host, David Boyd. We're out. Peace, everybody. Love y'all.
Why is this so hard?